Welcome to another episode, and I am excited about this one porque this episode today, it's gonna be a toda madre. Tulsa King. You guys know that I love movies. Just recently, que quiero decir unos 10 years ago? 10 years ago, because of a show called Burn Notice, I started getting into TV. I know I'm not that old. Yo entiendo que no soy tan viejo. Todavía estoy guapo. Te tengo bigote, barra. Se viera en chulo. Pero the one that really got me into TV was right there. Game of Thrones. And, well, I don't have Rick Grimes, but that's a zombie right there. The Walking Dead. But this time around, 2 seasons in, I always had a thing against drug shows or cartel shows or mafia shows. Even though I did finish The Sopranos, I started watching Breaking Bad until like the very end. I think it was completely over when I started watching Breaking Bad because I was like, I don't want to see drug shows. And then Narcos Mexico brought me back in. And obviously, Ozarks got me in. So I watched other ones, like I think it's called 000. That one was on Prime. And there was I'm not sure if there was another one, to be honest. So I can't remember, but I started watching one with my man. Where my finger right there. There you go. With my guy, Sylvester Stallone. Tulsa King. At first I was like, come on. Really, you're playing a cartel guy? Or a mafia guy? You're old. I went in there thinking it was going to be all action. And my God, it is not action at all. Some scenes have action sequences, but not all out action. Which I was amused how it's more of a drama because it is Sylvester Stallone. We know him for his action, even though he has done dramas. Rocky, the Rocky series. Some of Rambo's do have dramatic scenes. Get Carter has dramatic scenes. Copland is all drama. We know that the guy can act. That some people out there talk too much shit on him is something else. But the guy can act. Well, anyways, Tulsa King, season 1. It's basically him coming out of prison after doing like 25, 30 years, something like that. And basically when he comes out, they send him to Oklahoma. So in a way it was like disrespectful to him. And that's where it was fun because he doesn't know about Uber. He doesn't know about crypto. He doesn't know about a lot of things that you can do online because he's been stuck in prison for that long. And that's where it made it fun for me because I was like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, it's a whole different ball game for Sylvester Stallone, which I'm amused by it because I'm like, okay, now where can you take me? And the whole season 1 was chulada. It was good, it was good. I was like solid. Can't wait for season 2. And season 2 was good as well. I was like, all right, we have something going. Now, before I talk into season 2, do know that the creator is Taylor Sheridan. For those who don't know, he's the mayor of Kingston, with Jeremy Renner. That big show Yellowstone with Kevin Costner. I have yet to get into it. It is 5 seasons long. I don't know if I want to go and watch it. Then of course he's the creator of all the prequels, and he's the creator of this one, and it was good. He's a solid guy. He has a solid record on filmmaking for TV. He should continue to do it because he's really good. He has a vision for it to create good TV and drama. For season two, they added a little. You can tell that they added a little bit more money on the cast side, because not only did we have for season one Sylvester Stallone, and we also had Garrett Hedlund, which they were like the bigger players of the TV show. Everybody else was like unknown actors or actors that you're like, oh, okay, him, oh, okay, her, you know. In season two, they added Frank Grillo and they added Neil McDonough, and they are like your two baddies. While in season one, they had issues with bikers, unknown actors to me at least, and some known actors from New York, the New York Mafia, and now they added the Kansas City Mafia, right? So that's where Frank Grillo comes in, or Grillo, right? Grillo. And because the Kansas City Mafia is there now, and Neil McDonough with the Chinese cartel, mafia, whatever they're called, they're like the big baddies. The New York side stays away from it. So, what was more interesting because there's more, the drama is leveled high, meaning that the intensity, the thrills, the nail biting, you don't know who's gonna get killed because everyone is so new to the season. Everyone is so new to everything that you don't know who's the one who's gonna get killed. They're introducing new people, they're introducing new characters. So you're like, is he just there to get off? Or is he just there to kick off the season? And yeah, we do spoilers. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Yes, we do get two kills, which I was shocked by one of them. Because in season one, only the big bad guy died, and the mafia dad died, right? The basically Stallone's friend. Them two died. So you're like, okay, well, something had to happen. You know, none of them were like big. You kind of like season two puts you into these are the people, right? So in season two, when the truck exploded for basically Stallone's protege, his young black friend, or his caddy or cabbie and all that, you, when the truck blew, I'm like, oh wow, they killed off the dad. But no, it was just for the thrills. And he was outside that saved them and all that. So you knew that one of the good guys in the team was going to get killed. You're just wondering who it was. Is it going to be the daughter? Is it going to be the girlfriend? Is it going to be the sister? Because they're all getting more introduced and they're all getting more characters. They're not sorry, not characters. They're more their backstories are getting more involved. They're getting more juicy. Armand also as well. He's becoming like a fucking oh my god this, oh my god that. So everything was more written better for the characters to grow. So now you start caring for them. And of course, they kill off the one that we least cared about, which was Jimmy, the Native American guy. And when I started looking at all the characters, I thought that it was going to be either Garrett Hedlund because he's like a big name, or his cousin because he's brand new to the show. No one knows him. I was like, okay, they're probably going to off him. I was also thinking of Stallone's other right hand man. I forgot that fool's name. Sorry, people. I'm really bad. Next time I'll make a better job. But I thought he was gonna get offed, and no. There were some scenes where you're like, oh, oh, mm-mm, oh, mm-mm. And then boom, Jimmy's the one who gets the bullet. And that's from the Kansas City. And at the end, they hug it out. They make deals. They find out that it was a Chinese man who started all this bombing and all that. They basically kill off the whole Chinese triad. And I was shocked. I was like, wow, I thought they were going to be the big baddies for season 3. And basically, Neil McDonough's character runs off. And he's like, I'm out of this. And he's not going to be the big baddie no more. So I'm like, oh, what's going on? And then the Kansas City, he was going to say Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City mob basically call a truce. So I'm like, who's the big baddie? And then we get the New York boss. What was his name? Again, I'm sorry, guys. I will get better. But let's just say that he was the main villain or secondary villain for season 1. He was the one that was moving the parts and all that. So when he comes into the picture in the last episode, you're like, oh, shit's gonna get done so that we can move on to the next project of season 3, right? He's moving the line. He's trying to talk to Stallone. Stallone telling him to fuck off. He talks to the Kansas City mob leader, and basically the guy's intrigued. They set up a meeting. You're like, oh, are they gonna kill us Stallone? Is that gonna be the whole plot for season 3 for Freddie Manfredi or what? Jimmy Manfredi, Manfredi. So when that gets shifted, basically this guy's talking up and down all this, and then all of a sudden you just see a gun directly on the scene when he's talking, and boom, they killed him off. And I was like, wow. I'm like, I did not expect him to go off like that. First, they removed him from position. Then they told him, go do this in Tulsa, just for him to. And that was kind of a shocker to me. I thought he was going to be more of a pain in my butt kind of a deal, that type of character. Or maybe he was going to join Manfredi said, I don't know. But I expected a lot more. And for them to off him off like that, gotta give him props. Gotta give them props. I really do. And it was unexpected. And it's okay that they killed him off. Because the way that it's shifting, you kind of don't need him anymore. Because his brother is in charge now. That Kansas City looks like they're going to be a background character now. That they're not going to be like the main players anymore. And the way that the whole show ended is that Manfredi, Stallone, is going to be working with the CIA or FBI. I forgot which one it was, but they're basically saying, it ends by saying, you work for us now. So it looks like the main baddies are going to be the CIA, FBI. So do I like that? We all know that that world of underground, it gets involved with the government. So it just comes down, can they continue to do better? Ozarks did it good until season 4 where they ended it. Everything turned to shit. Ozarks was really good. Narcos Mexico was good with season 1, season 2, before they rushed it in season 3 because they weren't going to work anymore. So that turned to shit. Breaking Bad ended it good. I thought it was good. It was good solid run for 5 months, for 5 seasons. It was good. Sopranos did it for what, 8, 10 seasons around there, and it was good. For Tulsa King, if it continues on a scale like, it doesn't feel like it's going like upwards in a trajectory real high. It's going like slowly. So it's picking up good momentum. I think season 2 was a toda madre. It's a good, solid 10 out of 10. Because the expectations are not that high. Because it's still fresh. It's still new. As opposed to the Daryl Dixon show, where you already have 12 years of knowing Daryl Dixon. You already have 12 years of knowing zombies. So in a way, that's why it's more hard. It's easier to critique that series than critique something that is 2 years old in Tulsa King. And it's only, 6 episodes or 8 episodes each season. So you gotta, it's a work in progress, and it's working really good. Like I said, check it out. Tulsa King. You guys have a good night, good morning, or a good evening.